we are the de facto government in waiting. The MDC led by President Morgan Tsvangirai is the de facto government in waiting in Zimbabwe. So for us, 2017 is that year where we are going to make sure that early in the year we'll finalize all issues to do with candidate selection for councillors, for members of parliament, in both houses of parliament, that is in the National Assembly and also in the Senate. So that when the elections are declared in 2018, and it's actually very possible that these elections would come earlier than 2018, the way this economy is collapsing, the way things are happening in ZANU PF, the factional fighting. So we have always prepared for an election that could actually come earlier than September 2018. We are confident that ZANU PF is really just it's a dead horse now, and that anything might be happening anytime soon that will precipitate the holding of early elections, and we are ready for them.
Your party is on record saying that they will not go into coalition with some briefcase political parties, but others are saying every single vote counts. Looking at the 51% where someone is supposed to get 51%, and then
it's actually 50%.
50%, yes, plus 100. What's your view on that? They're saying let's embrace everyone who says they are a political party because they will bring 1 or 2 votes.
Our position is very clear as the MDC. I'm sure you heard from President Morgan Tsvangirai's Christmas message. It was very clear, very unambiguous, very lucid, to the fact that we are going to talk, and we are talking with similar-minded opposition groupings and opposition parties. And this doesn't actually just restrict us to opposition parties. We're talking about the civic organizations. Because the problem I think we have in Zimbabwe is we think everything to do with building a new Zimbabwe has to be left in the hands of politicians. But we're actually looking at a broader perspective to say Zimbabwe is for all of us, not only us in active politics. There are people who are in business who are affected by the bad politics. There are people who are running churches. There are students. There are people who are doing various other things who are not necessarily politically active, but who also have to be engaged in trying to come up with a viable coalition. Matters to do with the coalition in the MDC are directly run or being supervised by the president himself, President Morgan Tsvangirai. And I've been on record so many times to say that at an opportune moment, an appropriate announcement will be made. We are not looking down upon anyone, but at the same time, we are carrying out a thorough due diligence exercise. Being a coalition doesn't mean that you are going to have all the parties, 48 or 49 political parties in Zimbabwe, in one group. That might not be feasible. At the same time, we are saying that it's a coalition of 2 parties or 3 parties or 4 parties. Discussions are being held. People should just hold their breath a little bit and be patient. And as I've already indicated, at an opportune or at the opposite moment, an announcement will be made.
But can't you see that ZANU PF they've already started their preparations? They already have a candidate. For the coalition, there are still talks on who is going to lead. Don't you see that time is not on your side?
No, we are actually aware of the fact that time is of the essence. But like I said, a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. I do not want to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. But I can assure Zimbabweans that in the not too distant future, they will be advised of what exactly will be happening regarding the opposition presidential candidate. We are very much aware of the time factor. We are acutely aware of that. But people should just at least give us the benefit of the doubt. We are not going to disappoint them.